Since October the 21st, 1985, there has been no trace of Marlene Santana. Detective Kenneth Monahan was assigned to the case in the 67th Precinct of East Flatbush, New York. At the hospital, police tried to gather descriptions of the woman. Police looked into several women who had miscarriages or stillbirths shortly before the abduction. They found many, but none fit the description of the kidnapper. Detectives have interviewed hundreds of people but were unable to find any suspects. Marlene was abducted at gunpoint by a female suspect in the New York City borough of Brooklyn at approximately 9:30 p.m. on October the 21st, 1985. Francesca checked out of the hospital. Her two sisters-in-law came to take her and Marlene home. As they went through the entrance exit, the woman came up to them. She asked Francesca where they were going, and she said she'd been waiting all day for her. Francesca said that they were going home. After Francesca and her sisters-in-law went to the police, detectives were assigned to the case. Marlene's mother, Francesca Santana, met the abductor at Brookdale Hospital while giving birth to Marlene. 3 days prior to the abduction, Francesca was preparing to bring her home in a couple of days when she met a woman outside the nursing window during visiting hours. The woman said she had come to see another baby, but she liked Marlene better. She said it was the prettiest baby and the quietest one and well behaved in there. Francesca was glad to hear the kind words from her, but did not think much else at the time. Marlene was kept longer than usual due to jaundice, but eventually discharged with a clean bill of health. The suspect kidnapped the baby as her mother was leaving the hospital with her. The child was wrapped in a blue, pink, and yellow swaddling blanket at the time of her abduction. The suspect threatened to shoot Marlene if her mother did not give her up. The two women walked together for 6 blocks with the suspect pointing a gun at Marlene, then stopped at a deserted junkyard and the suspect took the baby. The kidnapper escaped in a waiting car driven by an accomplice, and Marlene and the suspect have never been seen again. Sketches of the abductor are posted with this video. She was approximately 5 feet, 2 inches tall, and 130 pounds, and approximately 24 to 30 years of age in 1985. She was Caucasian or Hispanic, but had no accent. She had dyed reddish blonde hair and may have been wearing a wig. The abduction car was a white 1976 Chevrolet Malibu with red lettering on the door. Possibly it was an unlicensed cab. Marlene's father was in the Dominican Republic at the time of the infant's disappearance and is not considered a suspect in her case. Francesca returned to the Dominican Republic after Marlene's abduction as she didn't feel safe in the United States. She and Marlene's father had already had 2 children before Marlene, and they subsequently had 2 more. The entire family lives in the Dominican Republic still and is employed at the family business, a small supermarket. Since her abduction, Thomas and Francesca have held a birthday party for her every October 18th, and they hope that one day they will be able to celebrate it with her. Although it's possible that Marlene was sold for adoption, authorities don't believe her abductor was a criminal. Rather, they think the kidnapper was a mentally unstable woman who wanted a child to raise of her own and couldn't have one. Marlene's case still remains unsolved. Marlene Santana is a Hispanic female, was born to Francesca and Thomas Santana on October the 18th, 1985, in Brooklyn, New York. She was 1 feet 8 inches tall and weighed approximately 7 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes, and was a mere 3 days old when she was abducted. Marlene has a foot deformity called metatarsus adductus, which means her feet will appear C-shaped if viewed from the bottom. A picture of what a foot with this deformity would look like is also posted on the video. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the New York City Police Department at 646-610-6914 or the New York City Police Department Missing Persons Unit at 1-212-694-7781. You can also call 1-800-THE-LOST or go online to missingkids.org. And if you'd like to remain anonymous, please contact your local Crime Stoppers.